Hey folks, how are we doing? Now you join me on a very chilly, what's today, Thursday morning. Probably about -3 this morning, so a bit chilly, but it's a lovely day, lovely clear skies. Now you remember, midsummer, because it was about a 40-degree day when I tested this. Do you remember? Hawksmore chainsaw compared to the Stihl, the MS251. Well, it's had quite a few tanks of petrol through now, and I've just put another tank through now, and I thought I'd just sort of give you an update on it, see how it's performing, and you know, show you what it's like. So this was, if you remember, I think about 120 quid, 120, 130 quid, which at the time I couldn't believe you could buy a saw this big for that amount of money. And well, if you could buy, you know, obviously you could buy, but is it actually going to work? Is it going to be any good at all? It is just a nice simple saw. Now you're going to look at that chain and say, bloody hell George, that is well loose. But I found it likes to run quite loose when it's cold. When that warms up, it does tighten up quite considerably, but it sort of tightens up just about right. It's a decent Oregon bar. The only thing I've found with it is it does get sometimes jammed in the end guide wheel there. And you can see there's just bits of bit in there at the minute. On some woods it can jam up a bit. You just have to work the saw. Get it in there. I mean, that really is quite loose at the minute. Brakes on, but you just have to work it like that sort of thing. So anyway, we'll get a file up again and see what she's like. So after the initial problems of starting it on that first video, it absolutely starts to treat now, even from cold. You follow the instructions which are on the handle just there, and 2 or 3 pulls, it's away. We'll see what it's like on a warm start. It's been sat for 5 minutes now while I've refueled it. Should start pretty easy. Let's stop off. Get a choke. There you go. It's I'm not going to show you me cutting all through that wood. I've just been cutting these up here with this saw, and this is a bloody good saw. It really is. For the amount of money I've paid for that, I'm really surprised how good it is. The first couple of tankfuls, you could tell it weren't as refined as the Stihl, because so when you put a tankful through it, you could feel your fingers have got that, you know, vibrating. You know, when you've been on something that's really vibrating quick like a saw, and they've got that tingly feeling. But it's really, you know, now it's, you know, the saw's bedded in. It's smoothed up a lot, and it's literally, well, it's still not as refined as and smooth as the Stihl, but it ain't bloody bad. I've put 2 tanks through it this morning already. Fingers fine, no tingling, no sort of, you know, that vibratey feel. Is that a word, vibratey? So I'm just really impressed with it. Obviously, if you're a tree surgeon, you're not going to be using Hawksmore as your main saw, but as like a backup saw, why not have it in your bag? 120 quid. It's I could get 240, 360. At least 4 Hawksmores to that Stihl, that 251. So stick one of them in the back of your truck. You've got a backup saw that's more than potent. You know, I can easily. I'm cutting. I know it's a smaller saw, the Stihl, but I am cutting quicker with this thing. Obviously, I can't yet comment on, you know, longevity. It probably won't last as long as the Stihl. We know that. Parts availability again, I don't know. But yeah, I would, you know, I would thoroughly recommend getting one of these if you're, you know, like us, you know, you want a backup saw, or you do a bit now and again. Like I say, we log up for, you know, the farmhouse fire. So, you know, we're not sawing every day, but it's more than capable of putting in a day's work, more than capable. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. That impressive. Obviously cutting against the grain because we've got what would have been a branch coming out of there. Smashed it. Just like that. And I have actually just prop it up here actually. I have actually just tightened this chain up because it seems to, I don't know why it was blocking up sort of on the like the first and second tanks, but now it's about right. You know, it's not nearly as loose as I had it on the start of the video, and it's take the brake off, running a treat lock. So I mean, perhaps I was initially wrong to run it that loose. Well, it seems better now, as tight as it should be. Like I say, that's about the amount of flex you want in it. So, but like I say, all in all, good little saw. Well, not little saw, you know, it's a good size saw. Nice and powerful. You know, the engine's more than powerful for the size of blade, you know, blade and chain it's got on it. Doesn't bog, you know, just mince that, what is it, 12-inch log? No, bigger than that, about 15-inch log, just like that, wasn't it? So, good bit of kit, good bit of kit. Yeah, I wouldn't be without it now. I love it. I really do. You know, I'll reach to this unless it's for small stuff. You know, because obviously I've only got this big one. Small stuff, I'll reach for the medium steel, which is what that one is, and we've got the little steel as well. But for, you know, stuff like what I'm doing here, 15-inch logs and bigger. You know, I've cut that up as well. All these. This thing just munches through it. Hope you enjoyed that little update on the old Hawksmore, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta!